Webinar Geo. Webinar Geo live presentation software. Webinar Geo, your partner in sales and presentations. Webinar Geo, your rock-solid webinar partner for sales and presentations. Webinar Geo, get your message out to 1,000 or 1 million without ever having to leave your desk. Webinar Geo, providing interactive chat, live screen share, face-to-video camera, and many other features. Webinar Geo is your partner in webinar software. Webinar Geo No Limits software, providing you the opportunity to present your message to 1 million, 100 million. There's no limits with Webinar Geo. Webinar Geo Professional Webinar Software. Webinar Geo, professional, rock-solid webinar software backed by Amazon's Infrastructure S3 and your delivery partner in your sales and presentation messages. Webinar Geo. Webinar Geo, get your message out to more people more often. Webinar Geo, enhance your reputation with rock-solid webinar software. Webinar Geo webinar software makes running online webinars, training presentations and sales meeting an absolute breeze. Run sales presentations across the street or across the globe with Webinar Geo professional webinar software. Presenting live to people is hard enough. Don't risk your reputation with anything less than Webinar Geo. Webinar Geo, truly live presentation software. Webinar Geo is your no-delay webinar presentation partner. Capturing leads, converting them into customers, running presentations and sales. Webinar Geo is your partner in webinar software. Share screens, share presentations, share cameras. Webinar Geo allows you to do all that live. Webinar Geo connects you with your customers. Webinars are bringing customers together all over the world, and Webinar Geo is the platform that allows you to connect with your customers live today. Webinars bring your customers together, and Webinar Geo allows you to connect with your customers no matter where they are in the world. Webinar Geo is your partner in sales, presentations, and growth. From a lead to a customer, from a prospect to a friend, webinars are connecting your customers and making sales. Webinar Geo is your rock-solid platform for building your brand, enhancing your profits, and developing your bottom line. When you're looking to get your message out there, you need to reach more people more often. Webinar Geo is your webinar platform tool, allowing you to connect with 1 million, 1,000, 100. There are no limits with webinar software using Webinar Geo. When you're looking to get your message out to more people more often, Webinar Geo is your webinar connection platform, allowing you to reach thousands easily. Make it easy for your customers to buy from you. Webinar Geo puts your webinars in front of them in live time. Run live events, recorded events, any kind of events with live chat and interactive buy buttons and polling. Webinar Geo does all that for you live. Webinar Geo professional webinar software is your partner in growth. Run a pre-recorded event as if it was live. Webinar Geo makes that easy for you. Instantly send out the recording of your webinar to everyone that attended, and even those that didn't. Webinar Geo makes that easy for you. Using Webinar Geo software, it's your partner in webinars and growth. Let your customers do the selling for you. Webinar Geo allows you to bring them into the conversation easily, bringing in the voice of a customer using that social proof that makes Webinar Geo such a powerful selling platform for you. Running an interactive webinar with powerful tools like an interactive whiteboard, screen sharing, and online triggers, Webinar Geo makes that easy for you. Get your customers to buy from you more easily. Webinar Geo puts the buy button in front of them with one click. Webinar Geo makes that easy for you. Webinars are the world's best online presentation tools. Webinar Geo professional webinar software makes running sales presentations using webinars easy for you. Online webinars with interactive chat. Manage your chat box like a pro with interactive replies, canned responses, and even team management and tagging. Webinar Geo professional webinar software makes the management of your chat and running webinars simple and easy. Webinar Geo professional webinar software is your partner in webinars and growth. Your presentation, your reputation. Let Webinar Geo be your partner in webinars and growth. From great-looking sign-up pages to automated follow-ups, Webinar Geo makes your webinar presentations stand out from the crowd. Webinar Geo is your partner in webinars and growth. Millions of dollars every day are transacted using webinars as the online sales tool. Using Webinar Geo makes it easy for you to grab your slice of the massive online webinar pie. Presenting live is hard. Luckily, Webinar Geo makes it easy for you. Be on camera, be off camera, run live presentations, run recorded presentations as if they were live. Managing interactive chat with features such as one-click buy buttons and polling of your guests. Webinar Geo runs all of those features live. Backed by Amazon S3, Webinar Geo is your partner in webinars and growth.